Hello everyone. Welcome to Mindbasket. So, we are on the last part of stress. I know we were having a gap in between. I thought let's have a little break. So, we are back. Before that, don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Okay. So, now we're going to talk about Freud. Freud is one of the most important person in psychology. He spoke about id, ego and superego. You may be wondering what is id. Id is like supposing if I like you, you also have to like me. If I like someone, you also have to like that someone. But if I criticize that person, then you get very upset. Understand? So, it's not only in babies but also adults who have not grown up are part of id. Okay? So, next time when a person is commenting or talking against your views and you get angry, just introspect because that means you have not overcome id, right? Next is ego. Well, ego is not the ego that we have. Okay, in psychology, ego means that you have the urge of doing something, but you control yourself. Like you want to copy because others are copying, but at the same time, you control yourself thinking, if I get caught, what will happen? So that is ego. Superego. Well, superego is about the do's and don'ts that we are taught, the values, the ethics that we follow. So, these sometimes all three we go through and we reach the third one, that is the superego. Sometimes people are stuck in their id or ego and don't reach the superego. Okay. So, he mentioned about defense mechanism. Now, defense mechanism is the ways to escape stressful situations. Now, how that is possible, right? So, the first one which he spoke about is repression. Repression is, for example, you have faced maybe an accident and you survived it. But after a few years, you don't remember anything, you don't know anything about it. So, that is running away or repressing that thing in your mind, okay, so that you don't remember that trauma again. So, that's repression. Next is displacement. That is when you get angry on maybe on your boss, but you remove that anger on your mother. So you're removing your boss's anger on your mother. That's called displacement. Projection. Projection is when I am caught copying, I justify that everybody else is copying. Why only I am caught? Right? Next is sublimation. What is sublimation now? For example, maybe I can't be a medical doctor. Okay, I didn't clear the MBBS exam. So, I choose to be a professor who teaches medical students, or I choose to become a nurse. I will do something which is related to that but in a different way, right? Next is what? The next is identification. Identification. Well, identification is like when we identify with certain people, we also try to learn their manners, their way of reacting to things, and apply it in the situation that we face it. Okay, so that's identification. Next, daydreaming. So, daydreaming happens where maybe somebody has said something to you and you're not able to give a reply. You will daydream about thinking how will you give those replies in different ways. Okay, and you would have been able to solve that problem. Okay, so that's daydreaming. Okay, it can be many other examples, like running away from situation, like supposing you're faced with financial situation, but you daydream that if you had a good amount of money, what would have happened, and what could you have achieved, and all that, right? Next one is rationalization. Well, rationalization is maybe somebody has caught your lies, and you know uh, you are really rationalizing that thing, justifying that thing, that no, it wasn't a lie, it is a truth, and you start giving all your rational thinking opinions about it, and you try to show that whatever was spoken or whatever you did was so right. So that's rationalization. So these were the defense mechanisms that Freud came up with to run away from the situation, to avoid the situation which is stressful. We most of the time use this. Hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We're going to come with more stuff. Stay tuned.